Shalom, shalom, Israel. Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God. Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder prophets, the elder bishops who rule the world through the Spirit, teaching the Most High's doctrine to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Spirit is upon them to endure and be sincere. Mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, moving in the same spirit. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put it in your spirit to endure and be sincere for His truth. Shalom to the Akwatiyam that are believers of His word. Lord willing, they can continue to pursue their lot, being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. I'm going into Matthew, the 10th chapter, verse 16, really reading 42. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to read it in NLT. The elders was getting into it. And so I just felt like adding my little 2 cents because it's mad edifying. And this is going to come to pass. If any brother is teaching, this will come to pass. You know. So Lord willing, we of that number that continue to walk in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's truth, you know, without wavering, without quitting, you know, Lord willing. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16 in the NLT. Look on the right-hand side. It says, "Look, I am sending you out as sheep among wolves. So be as shreds, as snakes, and harmless as doves." Basically, be wise as a serpent, right? It says, "But beware, for you will be will be handed over to the courts, and will be flogged with whips in the synagogues, the chief houses. You will stand trial before governors, kings, because you are my followers. But this will be your opportunity to tell the rulers and other unbelievers about me," right? Because this is what the minute of the Lord is doing before that time. We're trying to tell we're trying to tell the elect that they're chosen, and of course us teaching that the world is seeing it, regardless if they're looking at the video or not. But it's going to come a time where we're going to be in the front of our persecutors, right? Or somebody of a stature of our persecutor. And we're going to have to, if the Lord is dealing with us, we're going to be teaching in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai without wavering, right? So reading at 18 again, it says, "You will stand trial before governors and kings because you are my followers. But this will be your opportunity to tell the rulers and other believers about me." Who? This is red letter. This is about Yahushai. This is about Yahushai. Because, wait, hold on. That's not it. Yeah. See? Psalms chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh and against His anointed, saying, Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord Yahweh shall have them in derision. Then shall He speak unto them in His wrath, and vex them in His sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon the holy hill of Zion," right? These nations is raged, right? That's the reason why the nations is going to take us and try to persecute us, you know? Salaki family, because I walked away from my house. My phone's gonna act a little funny. So please forgive me. Let's go back to Matthew, the 10th chapter. I think we were at 18. Yes. verse 19, it says, when you are arrested, don't worry about how to respond or what to say. God will give you the right words at the right time. Yo, this even goes for us in the truth now. You know, every time we do a lesson, yes, we might meditate, we might think upon what we're going to bring out, but it's only Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to guide us to bring forth this word. You know, man's going to the Lord. The Lord is guiding you. Psalms, let's get it. Since this app is acting a little iffy, let's go to Psalms 48. Psalms 48, verse 14. Salaki family, I don't know why my phone trying to do that, but okay. This is Psalms 48, verse 14. It says, for this God is our power forever and ever. He will be your guide even unto death. Right? It's the Lord that's guiding the men of the Lord to not worry what to say. Right? Read in verse 19 again. When you are arrested, don't worry about how to respond or what to say. God will give you the right words at the right time. You know, that's the whole point of Sirach 4 and 28. Strive for the truth until death, and the Most High will fight for you. You know. Now, verse 20, it says, For it is not you who will be speaking. It will be the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. When we look at St. John 15, Yahweh abides in Yahushai. If we abide in the word, Yahushai abide in us. And Yahweh who sent Yahushai will abide in us. Yahweh by Shem Yahushai and the Rakak Wadash will abide in us. So really, even in this is motivating you when you get taken. But if I'm teaching, is it really me? You know? Because usually if it's just you and your own, eventually you'll start having pride. You start boasting yourself. You know? The Lord is not, what is it? I think it's Wisdom of Solomon 7. I believe wisdom is not going into a malicious soul, right? Yeah, wisdom is not going into a malicious soul. Wisdom is not going in a temple that's full of deceit, you know? So, verse 21, it says, a brother will betray his brother to death. A father will betray his own child, and children will rebel against their parents and cause them to be killed. You know, your children will cause you to be killed. This is why, if we is in this truth, we want to be example for our children. We want to be able to explain the scriptures to our children. We want to make our children aware. You know, a lot of us is lucky because a lot of us have children that's of a younger age, and it's easier to mold them in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, even though some of our kids is hard-headed, but then it's hard for like teenagers or grown-up children, you know. But it's going to be hard for any one of us if we're already not feeding ourselves and our household with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We're going to be a cause of that. But still, you have to always be aware, right? Verse 22, and all nations will hate you because you are my followers, but everyone who endures to the end will be saved. Yes, we got little moments here and there, but it's going to get worse because the love of many is going to wax cold. It's going to get worse around here. Brothers haven't really fully seen it. A video get taken down. Some brothers in some congregation had problems with cops. Me and my brothers was teaching somewhere, and they moved us from that area. Really, by them putting a garbage can, we just left and moved. But it was really Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's a little taste. It's going to happen when there's a real effect. Because a lot of us in and out of this truth don't even know. We don't even know how it feels. A lot of us don't know. You know, when you can't trust somebody from the left or the right in front of you, it's hard out here. Your phone is still working. So we still able to make friends here. This right here is showing, and all nations will hate you. Not just Israelites, all nations. We're getting to it, you know. Verse 23, it says, when you are persecuted in one town, flee to the next. I tell you the truth, the Son of Man will return before you have reached all the towns of Israel. You know, students are not greater than their teacher, and slaves are not greater than their masters. Right? We're the student. We're the slaves. Right? We're the prisoners. Ephesians chapter 3 verse 1. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 1. Students are to be like their teacher, and slaves are to be like their master. We're trying to be like Yahushua, our teacher. We're trying to be like our master, right? This is why most of us move with an all stern. You know, we move into an all stern. You know, some of us might be like Yahushua, Lord, don't let this cup pass over. We have moments where we getting hit with something and we feel the pressure, just like Yahushua. It's just the difference with somebody in the world or somebody that's not really coped to this. They'll let life, women, a household, a job pin them down, and they'll make excuses for the ministry. Everything is about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And the elect men, you know, and the elect of the nation of Israel are about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's why we're no greater than our master or our teacher. That's why it has to be about him. If it's not about him, you're making yourself greater than your master and your teacher. Just making it plain. Again, students are like their teacher and slaves are like their master. And since I, the master of the household, we're part of the household, have been called the prince of demons, the members of my household will be called by even worse names, right? The members, the first members is the elect men, the teachers, the 144,000. 26. But don't be afraid of those who threaten you, for the time is coming when everything that is covered will be revealed, and all that is secret will be made known to all. We're talking about this truth. We're talking about the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Who is the children of Israel? Who is the chosen? You know, it's going to be revealed. Actually, where we're at verse 26. Wait, hold on. Actually, I got another app. I'm going to go to 2nd Esdras, because you got to know what's going to be revealed. We already have mistakes that happen. You know, that's you know, wickedness is going to always come. Sin is going to always be revealed. But he's talking about this truth. You know, what was in darkness, what was in secret. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 70. I'm going to start at 72. It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from your shame. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide. Right? And that even helps with the other verse where you will be brought into the governors and they synagogue. Don't worry about what you're gonna say, because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai got you. You know? And that goes for your confidence, so you don't fold. Because then you got to think about the MOTB. You know, you have to be strong spiritually and mentally. You have to have the Rakakwadash in you to give you that spiritual discernment, that spiritual willpower to continue to exceed for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Verse 27, it says, what I tell you now in darkness shall abroad when daybreak comes. What I whisper in your ear, shout from the housetops for all to hear. You know, and for us, the housetop for the men of the Lord that's teaching is on the highways and byways. You know, that's where they teaching at. You know, where you 10 toes down at. Verse 28, don't be afraid of those who want to kill your body. They cannot touch your soul. Fear only God, who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Right? Hell is this condition that we're in, this captivity, right? This suffering, you know? Just like Job, he was swallowed up in the whale. It was the condition that he was in. I want to stay on the topic of Matthew 10, but just a side commentary. If saying it, a lot of people say, When you commit wickedness and then you die, you go straight to hell, right? So why, when we go to 1 Samuel, the 28th chapter, when Saul was looking for Samuel, and then Samuel told him how the kingdom was going to get taken in Israel, and then he said, hey, you and your son's going to be with me. Where was Samuel? He was at rest. He was in the spirit world. You know, hell is a condition, right? Now, verse 29, it says, what is the price of 2 sparrows? 1 copper coin, but not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without your father knowing. See, everything has a motion because of Yahweh Shema Shai. And the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Don't be afraid. You are more valuable to God than a whole flock of sparrows. You know, we're more important than birds. We're more important than worms. We're more important than the bees, but the bees is very important. We're the children of Israel. When we're connected with our Yahweh, when we're connected to our power, Yahweh Shema Shai, we make everything else in order. Everything is out of order because we're out of order, not Yahweh out of order. We the same ones that say, Yahweh, your ways is unequal. No, our ways is unequal. Our thoughts is unequal. Really what makes it is unequal is because of this dumb, wicked, weak flesh. You know? But the men of the Lord is always crying to the Lord in the spirit. They're always trying to be in the spirit. They're always trying to strive in the spirit. You know? Verse 32, it says, everyone who acknowledge me publicly here on earth, I will also acknowledge before my Father in heaven. Now, this is something that what was it? Samuel Walla, my brother Sam, he said, man, just think about how Ezra was looking at the great multitude. Now you gotta think, like, imagine it. He already seen. He's saying, yo, what is that? And he tell him that's the great multitude. We're gonna read it. And when we read it, just imagine it. This is 2 Ezra chapter 2, and I'm going to start at 44. It says, so I asked the angel and said, sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal and have confessed the name of God, and now they are crowned and receive palms. Then said I to the angel, what young man is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God, Yahushai, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So again, Matthew chapter 10, verse 32, anyone who acknowledge me publicly on earth, I will also acknowledge before the Father in heaven, right? And you don't see God or Jesus Christ, right? What is his real name? His real name, Yahweh, is this Father name, and Yahushai is the Son name. You know, it has meaning. It has power. When you go into the prologues of Sirach, it tells you that the things spoken in their original language, which is Hebrew, are going to have a stronger effect than in this new language. You know, all praise to the Most High for the brothers that's standing stiffly for the name of the Lord now and when that time comes. Lord willing, you can endure. Lord willing, you sincere. Lord willing, you stand fast and immovable. Actually, let's get that, because in order to be to stand stiffly for the name, you have to be immovable. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be steadfast and immovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. So even if you're on the deathbed, your work didn't go in vain. Either you at the table where they about to cut your head, your work wasn't in vain because you're doing this for a greater cause. Don't fold it away just because you see death knocking at the door. To try, Lord willing, you have the power and the might to take it in. Just like the mother in 2 Maccabees chapter 7 told her son to take that death courageously, and I'm going to see you in the resurrection. You know, you got to be thinking of the motivation that was written before us, like Eleazar. You know, reading verse 33, Matthew 10 and 33. It says, but everyone who denies me here on earth, I will also deny before my Father in heaven. Now, on a plain, simple, like how the elders say, I can firmly say, I can agree. If you're not admitting the Lord by his name, calling him by his name, and you keep saying Jesus, you're denying it. You're denying the fact. Like, you'll be like, oh yeah, his name is Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shai, but I'm gonna call him Jesus. You're denying his name, his real name. You rather take the doctrinated name. If you know the history, or if you like, you know what, I don't got nothing against a brother that's saying Yehuda Yatuda, but the ones that are saying his name, living by his name, teaching by his name is the ones that's gonna get saved. Not somebody that's saying a different name. In that day, people are gonna know the chosen. People are gonna know the real name. All these lies is getting revealed each and every day. You understand? Now, verse 33 again, it says, but everyone who denies me on earth, I will also deny you before my Father in heaven. So if you deny him on earth, the Lord already had a talk with his Father. He's already denying you. Hey, that's not me. That's not my flock. And then we look at Hananiah. Some people that's teaching falsely or moving in their own motion, the Lord didn't send you, man. Verse 34, it says, don't imagine that I came to bring peace on earth. Don't imagine that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace on the earth, but a sword. He came to bring destruction. He's only bringing peace to Israel, not to the nations. He's bringing order, And when Yahweh Shai comes, is going to be the biggest massacre on the earth. Lord willing, me or a brother can go into that. It's going to be a big massacre when Yahweh Shai comes. Brothers been bringing it out, Verse 35, I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Now, I know sisters might hear this, and hey, some brothers, they can be in their emotions or feelings and be like, oh man, what can I do? Be the example. Feed in your house. Teach. Always speak on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because a lot of us do have children, and you never know when the Lord take a spirit from somebody, Each and every day, not just one day, not just because one mistake. I'm asking the Lord, as much as I can, please give me a clean heart. When you're in this flesh, your heart thinks a mile a minute. So why not? I'll just go to it. This is Isaiah. Is it Isaiah 62, 5 and 7? 6 and 7. It says, I set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day or night. Ye that make mention of the Lord Yahweh keep not silence, and give him no rest, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So we shouldn't be giving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai no rest until he give Israel praise on the earth. We're not a praise, but we still losers, So we want to be giving the most that we can to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And sometimes we have mistakes on this side, and when you regret it, or when you ask the Lord to remove that so you could be better, help me with this sin, or help me with this mistake, the Lord make you come high. You come in this truth more fervent. Actually, let's get this, because this is the thought that I thought of with that. Because you got to wear out the Lord. For him to increase in you, you have to wear him out. This is St. John chapter 3, verse 30. John said this. He said, he must increase, but I must decrease. Every day you need to decrease, especially when it comes to being like this world of society, the way that we think. Sometimes you might have to rebuke it so fluently, because none of us is perfectly whole like how Yahweh Shai was, who didn't commit no sin, But all praises the Lord's put it in the elect man program to do that, right? Actually, another one, Sirach 27. This is really for men, but if men is moving this way, a wife that's watching her husband or watching the elder, she's gonna reflect too. Just like the mother in 2 Maccabees chapter 7, she had man She had man courage, right? So Sirach Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 27, verse 3, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, his house shall soon be overthrown. Now, starting with the elect 100, we always going to do that. The 144,000 are diligently in the fear of the Lord, right? But yes, they're in the flesh. They're not high and mighty. They're in this weak nature, just like Yahweh Shai. We're going through the same motion, but we have to endure to the end. If the Lord allow us, he can give us a strong delusion. But we understand that all of this is to his sincere servants. You know, he said, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? The men of the Lord. And the men of the Lord is who he's talking to, you know. So our daughters and our daughters-in-law is going to be against us. Maybe our wife might be against us. Verse 36, it says, your enemies will be right in your own house. You know, your enemy can be right in your own house. That can go into your house, four walls, your own congregation, our own nation, you know. But yeah, your enemies can be right in your own house. If you love your father or mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. Or if you love your son or your daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. You see? And this is to men. It didn't say a woman loving it. It said this is to men. If you love your father or mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you love your son or your daughter more than me, you are not worthy of mine. Right? You got to think about it. Women, if you love your father and your mother more than you love Yahweh Shema Shai, you are not worthy to be his daughter of Zion at that moment. Or you're not worthy to be the elect. If you love your son and your daughter, you're not worthy of being his elect, sis, brother. It says, if you refuse to take up your cross and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. So we gotta love our family members less. You already, Mark 3:35, whoever do the will of my father is my brother and mother and sister. Clap, clap, that's true. But love is an action. You cannot love your siblings, your homies more than Yahweh Shema Shai. He is your power. He created you. He gave you these gifts. He's over everybody. And if you refuse to take up your cross and follow Yahweh Shema Shai, you are not worthy. Picking up your cross is persecution. Picking up your cross is people scoffing at you. Picking up your cross is people saying, "Oh, you got the grape. Nobody should follow you. You got grape doctrine. What else? Oh, you brothers is gospelites." The men of the Lord is looking for that niche. It's gonna get way worse, you know. The elect was made to get persecuted, just like Yahweh Shai, get made fun of, get talked about, right? Verse 39, if you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it, right? Clinging to your life. Hey, neighbor, clinging to your life is you entangle yourself, right? Let's go to that real quick. I think it's 2 Timothy. Yep, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and 4. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. No man that a warf entangleth himself with the affairs of his life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So don't entangle yourself like Jada Pinkett, you know? And when a lot of us can tangle ourselves in this life where it becomes a problem. Some of us would tangle ourselves in this life and we make excuses for the ministry. Why I'm not teaching, why I'm not on fire, why I'm not doing this. And it goes back to Peter. Peter denied Yahweh Shai. He felt so down and shitty after that, especially Yahweh Shai turning back, seeing him. And the Lord hit him with that Rakak Wadash because he was still a servant of his. And he came back and doubled his faith. He was ashamed of what he did, but he came harder. Paul, he was ashamed. He was killing. He said, man, I persecuted the church. He even said he don't even deserve to be apostle. But he was studious, you know. The Lord let him teach, let them teach, but we teach the same doctrine. The Lord this man was killing mad Christians, man. And the Lord said, man, he's going to have to suffer. He's going to have to suffer for me, you know. And Paul did. But he was serious about the Lord when he came in his knowledge. So sometimes we slip. You're going to go hard in his knowledge. You have to know this is all going to lead up to the MOTB. This is going to all lead to the hour of temptation. This is all going to lead to us getting kicked out of our house. This is all going to lead to the son of perdition being revealed. This is all going to lead to the true nation of Israel being exposed to the world. Like, them niggas over there was lying, you know? They saying that they're only Jews, Salaki. But what about the rest of the other tribes? We over here teaching about the 12 tribes. You got Naphtali in certain camps. You got Issachar in certain camps. You know, you got Manasseh in certain camps. You got Ephraim in certain camps. But y'all don't even bring them up. We waiting for that day, you know? I'm sorry, I just had to get in right there, right? So, verse 39 again, if you refuse to take up your cross, that affliction, you know, that mockery, and follow me, you are not worthy of being mine. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for me, you will find it. Clinging to your life, trying to make those 6 figures, trying to be in the limelight. I'm on all these podcasts and I'm getting paid, you know, where we're clinging to this life. A lot of us spiritually and mentally is making the exit. Like brothers was saying, Yarmaya, he said he laughs when things happen. You got another brother like, man, I'm starting to not even care. Things happen, you get hit. When I go to work, I'll just be thinking, all I got to do is just focus on work. Time go by fast. My vacation just went by fast. I want days to go by fast, you know? But you still want to be occupied in your first love. Reading, seeking, meditating, prophesying. Verse 40, it says, anyone who received you received me. And anyone who received me receives the Father who sent me. So if you were sent as a true teacher, and somebody received you, they receive Yahushai. And anyone that receives you, receives Yahushai, is going to receive Abba Yahweh. But if you're not a teacher that was sent, and you receive them, you're receiving condemnation. Verse 41, if you receive a prophet as one who speaks for God, who will be given the same reward as a prophet. And if you receive righteous people because of their righteousness, their faithfulness, you will be given a reward like theirs. Very plain and simple, right? But we are prophets as one who speaks for God. And how I can't just come out here without no people say, you always go back to the book. Oh, bro, you got your notebook. It's because in order for us to teach this word, we speak through the oracles of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. Oracle. This is Hebrews 5 and 12. It says, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God. So basically, you should be guided in the scriptures, Acts chapter 8, because you want to be guided so you can have the right understanding. Really, to be guided by somebody that have experience, you know. And even if their experience can be a mess up, it's all the Lord, right? To get you right, you know, because you want to be led to 100% doctrine. Because we see in 2 Timothy 3 and 16, all scriptures was given by inspiration of God. It's 100%. It says, and are become such as have need of milk and not strong meat. First Peter chapter 4 verse 11, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If any man minister, let him do it, and as of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Yahushua Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. What is the oracles of God? Book, chapter, verse, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Without the wisdom of Yahweh Shemal Shai, we are regarded as nothing. That is our oracle, right? Sirach 33 and 3, Ecclesiasticus chapter 33 verse 3, a man that understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle. Just like the matrix, an oracle, This word is the oracle to bring us closer to God. That's why in, what is it? Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20, right? Because if we don't speak according to this word, we in darkness, you know? Isaiah 8 and 20, to the law and to the testimony, which is a report or record, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. In the NLT, it says they are in complete darkness. And we have to speak according to Genesis to 2nd Maccabees, Genesis to Revelation, right? Very clear. And in most cases, you're going to be drawn to get etymologies of words, because going back to the prologues of Sirach, the languages change. In most cases, we're not teaching in that full Hebrew. We had this dumb little English. Sometimes you got to go back into words to see what it's actually going into, because sometimes they can tell you world and one can say cosmos and another can go somewhere else. You can see Gentile and they can be talking about the actual physical Gentiles of the nation, or Gentiles because of the customs. You follow religion. It's really Gentile Israelites, but it's really just going into the etymology of words, getting understanding, right? And that's what the oracle is going to do, because what is understanding? You know, that makes it plain for you. You got it. When you get knowledge, you must get understanding. 2nd Ezra chapter 8. Let me just get this. You know, it's about the elect. What is it? 2nd Ezra 8 and 4. It says, so answer I and said, swallow down then, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. You want to swallow down the understanding. And the understanding is going to make it plain to you of what's going on in the prophecies, in the Bible, in the law. And you swallow the wisdom through the understanding. Through day to day, you're swallowing the wisdom, right? And it's like Solomon all over again. If you're devouring the wisdom, you're asking the Lord for the wisdom, praying for the wisdom, that's like Hamashiach. That's like Solomon all over again, right? Now, verse 42, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 42 in the NLT. It says, and if you give even a cup of water to one of the least of my followers, you will surely be rewarded, right? A cup of water, you know, really going into charity, you know, the least follower, like the least is the lowest follower, you know, like it could be a OG, it could be a young blood that just came in, and he's slowly but surely, he's taking it, he's slowly making change. He probably ain't shooting up high to the stars because he's a least follower, you know. And that could even go for kids, you know. Lord willing, this was edifying, a beautiful, beautiful chapter to motivate you, to let you understand, like, we need to fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai instead of man. And the way that you do that is stay on the motion of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Matthew chapter 10 again, verse 28. Don't be afraid of those who want to kill your body. They cannot touch your soul. Fear only God, who can destroy both soul and body. You know, right now you need to practice this now, because the enemy, Revelations 12 and 12, they're making crafty counsel to destroy without all these lower level citizens, without y'all knowing. You know, you gotta not have no spirit if you like, man, fuck it, man, we gonna drop a bomb on this country. And guess what? They're all in cahoots. The elites is orchestrating this. They're betting on sides. And who got bunkers and all of that being prepared? The elites, not no lower individuals. You got lower Drake individuals, that's celebrities, lower Edomites that's making bunkers in the United States or the outskirts of the United States. They're going to be destroyed, you know. The wicked, smart elites are going to be removed from United States. So for us, we need to be thinking on these prophecies, because shit is going to get real. All praises to the one true power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Lord willing, this was edifying. Maybe you should go through and read Matthew chapter 10, verse 16 to 42, even yourself. If you never read in the KJV, read in the KJV, read in the NLT, you know, grow in faith with action. So with that, Shalom, shalom. Yahweh speed.